let's play some chess. In just over a week, I'm playing the World Robin Blitz Championship. So, be helpful to remember how the pieces move. Okay, here we go. Playing chess.
Imrose and thank you.
Grandmaster from Greece. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the resubs.
Hi Eric, smiley face.
Appreciate the smiley face. The Queen C1 is a decent move.
Liked your picks from the title match.
Oh, thank you. I think we're transposing, but it's a little bit weird. Yeah, b5, okay. I've had this position a number of times. Usually comes from a different move order. So there's a few plans here. Queen b6, rook e8, knight maneuver. Maybe a6 first. Yeah, so many people resubbing. I feel like this is what happens when I don't stream for a couple weeks. H6, I guess 94 is coming. I'm okay with that. Trade. Bishop b7 might be useful. And there's bishop e3. Everything's defended, I think.
Hey, love the channel. Would love to see Grand Prix attack.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the love. Yeah, so we're trading a bit. White no longer has the Catalan bishop. So I feel less in danger. b4. Do allow knight a4. There's queen b5. I'm winning a pawn. Knight b6, rook b8. I'm hitting this and this. I'm hitting this. Wait. I have take here first. Not so clear though. Bishop b7. And I'm up a pawn here. a2 is quite weak as well. Just make sure I don't blunder. Okay. Pretty clean. Nice start to the stream. So I'll play a few more games. Just warming up for Title Tuesday. Gonna keep in mind a Grand Prix attack. Oh, I played this opponent earlier before the previous Title Tuesday. Let's play Grand Prix. I don't usually play f4 though. And with this, I think with this it's better just to play a close Sicilian. I don't know if I already went wrong, but it's a little bit uncomfortable. Take. Feels like it should be okay. Wow. I'm walking into some weird stuff. D4? I'm just gonna get back the pawn. It's not worth letting my bishop suffer. So if takes, I mean, there's queen takes d3. Knight f3 will come. Wow. Opponent's being super aggro. So knight f3. I'm missing something? Queen e3, queen e2. I feel like we're going to just trade into some queenless middle game, almost endgame. Like we trade queens, bishops, and pawns. I should be left with a decent position. I have to take with knight. Okay. I can't complain. e5 is interesting. Threatening this and this and this. If takes, knight b6, rook b8. Worth playing knight b6? I think it is. Some e5 eventually. Castling is possible. I have f5. e5 eventually. Yeah, I sacked a pawn. I just blundered knight g4.
Who does your taxes?
My accountant. Take. That feels close. I have to take probably with bishop. Take again. Hmm. I'm not sure what to make of this. I don't know if I'm better or worse. Castling takes. Rook d5, king e4, rook d2. Yeah, the pawns are either weak or strong. I might be losing a pawn. I have e6, f6 probably. Oh, it's not a draw though. Forgot about time too. Opponent may have been playing from their phone. That's the only explanation I can think of with where it's like hard to pre-move and you can't multi-pre-move from the phone. I was pretty sure my opponent would figure out how to checkmate me, but okay, it's stalemate. First stalemate of today. I was down on time. What was the time situation? 12 seconds to less than 5 seconds. Should I keep it going or should I take a break? Have a coffee break? Can you check the statistics on the amount of stalemates you did on chess.com? Yeah, there's a website called Rosenscore. And basically, you just plug in the username. You can load my stats by default here. And then, should I click to analyze forever? Chess.com games, how many stalemates have I achieved? So these are my Rosen trophies. Sorry if it's cut off a little bit. So it analyzed over 1.3 million positions. And I've had 130 games where I've been stalemated. They call it stalemate tricks, but I think it's just any game where I get stalemated. The most recent one.
Eric, 4 years has flown.
Most recent one was this, right? Oh, there's a. So if I click into the game, which one? Wait, what was the one against Gotham Chess? Oh, this is my game against Gotham Chess. Not really a stalemate trick, but he did stalemate me. Have you ever played Magnus? A few times. A few times in Title Tuesday on chess.com, and then also a few times on Chess. And then once OTB, I played in one of his simuls. I think every time I've played Magnus, the game has been recorded. Either like video recorded or streamed, and I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel of all the times I played Magnus. Oh, there's an error on Rosenscore. Oh no. Yeah, sometimes the APIs change. But it works for me here. This was very winning for black until King B6 was played. So, let's move on. Still got some time to play chess.
Hey Eric, are you gonna make a freestyle soccer follow-up?
A follow-up. A follow-up to the video on my old YouTube channel I posted. What year was it? 2000, 2007, 2008? I should make a follow-up on that old channel. Not too many people are aware of the existence of that video, but or maybe there's a few videos. I think I've lost most of my skills. I could try. TrainingparaGM. Oops! That was a mouse up. I meant to play d6. Oh, this is just a bad line. Unless I have queen e6. This is the only way to justify such a variation. Okay, I'm inventing a new opening. The mouse slip attack against a Rossolimo. I'm getting the bishop pair. D5 is coming. E6 might be necessary. Yeah, it's still kind of passive, but I have to be grateful for what I have. So knight e5, queen b6. Looks okay. Bishop e3. Rook to e8 coming. B5 looks fine.
In Rose and tea.
I'm kind of cheating on my tea with coffee now. I don't know what to do here. I don't want to take, but I feel like I have to. Ooh. It's a move. Yeah, Queen G4 is coming. Not too many options.
Good to see you live. Please upload the spring marathon to YouTube as a Christmas treat for us all. D.
Oh, thanks for the reminder. I have so many things to post on YouTube. I've gotten so far behind. That's not what I wanted. White's gonna attack me. I want to focus on the center. The rook's tied down to e5. Maybe there's some c4, rook d3 ideas. Still looks uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable. There might be f5 actually. f5 takes, I skewer. Get away with it? I think I'll go for it. Another point is if the queen moves, I have queen takes e5. Takes and then mate, because the queen would be no longer controlling d1. Opponent just said, oh no, my queen wants to smother mate me. Fascinating. I have to play this? Now everything is hanging for white. And I defended this, so queen h5 doesn't actually counterattack. I can just take the knight. But I am low on time. If this I take and hit the rook, I think that backfired for white. On time now. I don't see anything for white. I either win the queen or the knight, and my king is safe. Thank you to text something something. Opponent resigns. Yeah, thanks to all the resubs. I do appreciate it. G Duffy, Kazin, V Meta Yan Yan Sun, and Doc Flop. Oh, look at this move. So opponent played this as a queen sacrifice, but they missed an even stronger queen sacrifice. Queen g6. The more powerful, oh no, my queen. And then there's 3 different mates in one. I wouldn't be able to take it. And white's threatening nastiness, like this move, probably. Actually, what is white threatening? Oh, white's threatening to take in knight f4. So engine says the best move is to take, because now this is no longer mate because I hit the rook. But I'd just be losing material. Well, I can call you Tex, okay. Makes life easier. Yeah, there's no way d5 is a good move. I don't think I've ever analyzed this. But this is playable.
In Rose and thank you.
Wow, so this was playable. I mean, white's better objectively. I got a reasonable position. I had the bishop pair in the endgame. Oh, thank you to Trevlar, the creator of Rosenscore. I was checking my my stalemate tricks moments ago. I did have one the previous game. So, 2783. We'll keep it going. Probably do one more. Oh, I start a game. Cancel. Play. I'm playing a strong I am. Okay, one of the main lines. Bishop b5. Still theory. We're following Magnus Carlsen Vujic. I think the year is 2016. I'm allowing this because after takes there's c6. Yeah, this is actually the improvement over the Carlsen Vujic game. And this is kind of hard to stop. We have rook d1. Take. Rook d1 makes sense. He has to take with a rook. Maybe it's not completely over. This is looking pretty good. I'm not up a pawn, but I want to be up a pawn. Rook d7 coming. And knight is so good here, it can't be removed. Oh, there's a cute trick. So take king e7, knight c6, king d7, knight b8. And knight's not trapped. That was a nice game. I basically won this game without needing to think much. Because it's mostly opening preparation. Yeah, very venomous line. Even against strong players. Yeah, Carlsen took here. The Carlsen Vujic game was takes, and then black played f5, which is a blunder. It allows a similar tactic of takes, takes, and white doesn't have to move the bishop, white has this move. But I took first, allowing black to take, which black shouldn't do. I think black should take, and then take here, and okay, white's still better. I've had a good handful of games in this line, so it's nice when people walk into it. Pretty sure one of the old Boris Avruk repertoire books suggests knight e7. This is like before the London became mainstream. But I think this is already like inaccurate. Or is it? Okay, black has to play differently. Maybe b6. Yeah, b6 isn't accurate because e4.
Hi.
Hi to Is Bad at Chess. Welcome back. Rassic All, welcome back.
I'm 30 again, wahoo.
Did you show your Lee Chess recap yet? I didn't. I was going to do it last stream, and then I didn't want to be rushed. I still don't want to be rushed. I had to end the last stream a little bit earlier because a few hours ago I was recording an interview with Ben Johnson from the Perpetual Chess Podcast, which I believe will be released later this week. I think Thursday or Friday. But if I have the time and energy once this Title Tuesday ends, then I'll probably get around to sharing my Lee Chess recap. There's a question from 6TV. How do you make decision between knight d2 and knight f3? Ah, like here. Yeah, very often it just transposes. Knight f3 is maybe a little bit more flexible. I'm not sure if I can explain why though. But in most cases, like e6 or knight c6, the most common moves, I still play this. I guess actually one of the main reasons probably is if queen b6, then rather than playing knight bd2, there's a move knight c3 here. A very thematic idea against queen b6 in the London. And white, quote unquote, sacrifices a pawn, but I think this is poisonous because there's knight b5. And then bad things happen to black. Like there's a line knight a6, rook b1. Queen is almost trapped, has to take here, rook a1. And then white can cash in, takes, knight c7. There might be better lines too, but engine likes white. Yeah, knight bd2 is still playable here though, as well. Will you accept opening suggestions? Well, I tried one already. I played the, whatchamacallit. I tried the Grand Prix a few games ago. That was a game where I ended up getting stalemated. Generally in Title Tuesday, I don't take opening suggestions from chat. Unless people suggest a London, which I often play anyway. Would you rather be a GM, a billionaire panda? A GM or a billionaire panda? Which one is more rare? I feel like I wouldn't enjoy myself as a panda. Like the diet seems a little bit too bland. Will you play a Stafford if you're able to? In Title Tuesday or in the World Rapid and Blitz? I was asked that earlier by Ben Johnson for this podcast. And I didn't really have a prepared answer. But if the moment is right, and if the opponent is right, then maybe. How do you punish c4 by black? c4 in what position, though? Like c4 on move 1. It's hard to punish a very reputable opening. I like to play e6 and sometimes transpose into Queen's Gambit declined. But sometimes it's not about punishment. It's more about just following principles. Following principles, being solid, and waiting for opportunities to pounce. Oh, after knight d2. After knight d2. Oh, like in this position. I don't think I've ever encountered c4 here. It does look a little bit annoying because white can't play bishop d3. I think in many cases the issue with this is there's eventual b3 or e4 breaks. But to be honest, I don't know what I would do here. If I had this in a classical game, I'd probably take a few minutes. Because b3 is met with c3. There's cases where like b3, b5, a4, and then it's good because if a6 you take. I'm not sure if c3 can be allowed. But this might be good for white. If white can win the pawn eventually. Like there's knight e4, but white will eventually castle and maybe play queen e1. Let's see what the engine thinks. There's no huge advantage for white. It's like b3. So this is playable, but not clear. Yeah, knight e5 looks nice. It's actually a very common idea when the pawns are like this. Because if ever takes, then d4 square becomes nice. I guess the plan for white eventually is to like trade knights and then play c3 and eventually e4. Maybe even like bishop comes to f3, even pawn f3, e4. Good question. If you're a panda, then your nationality will have to be China. Unless you like live in a zoo. I don't think there's any pandas in the St. Louis Zoo. I can't remember last time I saw a panda. It may have been in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Went to the zoo there. Okay, we have a few more minutes to kill. I'm done with warm-up games. My rating has risen. I'm almost 2800 again. I spent a big chunk of the day yesterday training chess. Like hardcore training chess. I went to one of these university training sessions at my alma mater. This week, I think it's going to be a lot of training, a lot to prepare for this tournament in New York. Again, XSlam World Rapid Blitz. More information about the tournament I'll be playing in. But I don't think the players list is linked from that site, so maybe I have to make another command for the players list. Let's see who the players are for Title Tuesday. Okay, usual suspects. I think a lot of these people are also going to be in New York. Hikaru. Who is this person? Oh, Andy Woodward. Wow, high rated. Will you post recaps? I'll try to. Yeah, it depends on my tournament schedule and everything. I'm hoping to make some content around the event. Thank you to Mickelger. Happy 38. And there's a lot of players above 3,000. 24 to be exact. Even Tani, wow. Not surprised, but maybe I am. I'm the 84th seed. I'll be able to interact and ask or answer questions between games. But during games, I have to stay focused. Put on emote only mode. And here we go. First opponent. Pretty typical London so far. I think Queen F3 is one main plan. And maybe Queen E2. Is there a double bishop sack? I don't have a rook to lift. No. If I was playing Carlsen, I would maybe double bishop sack for repetition. Right there. Still feels pretty pleasant to keep an eye for Greek gift ideas. Black doesn't really want to take an open H file. Take and play H4. I'll just play this. Not the most exciting approach. Still very solid. f6, I play c4. This is very thematic when black goes for this e5 break. The main way to disturb black is to pressure d5. d5 myself. The pawn's pinned. This is a battery. e5 I play d6 and win the queen. It's equal material. Not seeing a clear solution. Let it slip. What to do? It was a nice position until it wasn't. Was that the first game? That was the first game, right? Ah, not the best start. I took too long after 96. It felt like I should have something, but I couldn't find anything. And then I just blundered in the end. What to do? I'm curious what I could have done better in this middle game, though. Yeah, d5 seemed natural. Engine slightly prefers this, which felt less natural. Oh, Hans also lost round 1. It's a long tournament, 10 more games. Hopefully room to fight back. Few games going this round. Winning king pawn ending. Did you see the world champion match? I was there in person. For the last couple of rounds, I was one of only a few people allowed in the playing room with Gukesh and Ding. I was given photo access. But I also follow the games. It was a fun match to watch. It was super fun to be there in person too. Super well organized. The Singapore Chess Federation did an amazing job with all the side events and just the fine details. Yeah, I was in Singapore from November 30th through the end of the match. I'm still jet lagged. Black's going this way. This is winning. Lucina. Oh, nasty. White's winning now. That's the only way to win as white is to do this nasty trick. Oh, that's so nasty. Kudos to white there. Wow. Okay. Moving on. 0 out of 1. Let's focus. I have to figure out what I'm playing against this. Play b5. b5 might not be great against c3. So there's a4, b4. Knight e5. It's not happening. Yeah, the position could easily close down on the queen side. It could also easily open up if I get in this c5 break. I'm making my intentions pretty clear. If white plays c5, then we're probably in store for a long game. A long grind. Yeah, so the bishop will come to a6. Might be hard to achieve this break. I could try though, rook e8. White is maybe going for e4. Yeah, it's going to be hard to win this. Take. Probably makes sense to trade. I might just be worse though. c6 is weak. And the one nice thing is I can plant a knight on d5. And that will obstruct the bishop. Then this bishop's not that great. Probably will end up rerouting. There's knight c3. Takes is interesting. Yeah, actually, if the bishop reroutes, I have knight c3. Not sure how great this is, though. If rook g4, I have h5. Trapping the rook. Otherwise, I might win the pawn. I'm missing something? h5? Oh, rook f4 I'm missing. You guys still go for it. Opponent's very low on time. My pieces are decently placed. I have 92 now. That's a good move. Take. It's far from simple. e5. Okay. Okay. Nice finish. Got messy. Did get messy. What to make of this game? Yeah, this G3 line.
Cats are funny.
Amen. Welcome back, Kuziri. Yeah, I was worse in this middle game. But still felt like a position that's playable. It's not easy for white to exploit the space advantage. At e5 in this position. e5 here is a blunder. How does this work? Oh, rook f6, and my bishop's hanging. Ay, ay, ay. You play the London next time. I played the London in game 1. I got a good position, but then I lost. So I'm not sure whether to ditch the opening or try and redeem myself with the opening. Seek some retribution. Do you prefer Jobava or simple London? I played the London in a very reactionary sense. So depending what my opponent does, I react to their setup. More often than not, I won't play the Jobava London with knight c3. The cases where I do usually involve g6, knight c3, d5. And then I go for the attack on the king side most often. But against d5, then it's a bit more mainstream London. I wouldn't call it simple, though, because there's a lot of chaos that can happen. Okay, speaking of London, let's play a London. There's a request for bird opening, but now it's too late. Okay, this is another case where I like to play. Opponent's really blitzing out. They might be prepped in this. Yeah, they're prepped. F3. Bishop a6. Pretty sure it's bishop a6 here. I might be wrong. Black has to play like some weird move like f6. Oh no, my rook. Yeah. Sometimes annoying playing players who are like so well prepped. Take, take. But now I know how some of my opponents feel, I guess. Take and take. It's better to keep all the bishops on the board. So it's equal material. Kind of a weird position. Let's have bishop d5, c4. I feel like ding with my bishop on a8. Hopefully it doesn't get punished. I have knight c3. Play this first. I still have knight c3. But then rook, yeah, rook c8's annoying. Still interesting. Not exactly what I want. Rook d8, I think I have to play knight c1. Now f4 is coming. That's really not pleasant. I'm going into this line because there's a potential for the outpost if knight d3. Black probably won't take though. That's pretty bad. Yeah, no stalemate traps, unfortunately. What to do? Yeah, I was lost for a long time there. Tried to create some chances. Opponent knew the opening, which not too many players do. Although bishop f5... Okay, apparently bishop f5 is a mistake. Why is this winning for white? Oh, I have bishop e4. Ah. I think I just trusted my opponent. I have to like give the rook. Or that I can't allow to black to take here. I should just calculate. Because I could have taken the rook first, even the pawn first. And then there's this resource. And white's gonna be up material. So black should play bishop d7. And this is actually just kind of close to equal. Okay. Lesson learned. Yeah, really not the best start. 1 out of 3. I don't think I have any chances to hold endgame. Yeah, things got pretty bad pretty quickly. Yeah, it probably wasn't great to spend so much time moving my bishop. Engine says king d2, rook b1 would be much more efficient. There's actually a nice idea, like king d2, let's say bishop e5, here knight e7, there's rook b8. Not the best move, but... or bishop e7 and control these squares. So, one more game before break. I don't think I've ever played the bird in Title Tuesday. I played against a bird. And the one game I remember playing against the bird was against Magnus Carlsen. He beat me with it. Wow. Looked like white was winning, but black's playing for a win. Actually, anything can still happen. Black was very close to flagging there. Looks like black has very good chances now. Yeah, this pawn's falling. Taken. Okay. Wait, white won on time. Black flagged. Black's winning though. The title Tuesday is pretty brutal. 1 second increment. Okay. Moving on. Try and get back to an even score. No Stafford. Play Taimanov. Yeah, it's a sharp line. It's probably one of the sharpest openings I play. It's this Taimanov line. Queenside castling. Both knights are hanging. And the main line is knight a4, knight d5, and then f5. A lot of players don't know the line like so deeply. Also, I don't think I've encountered this too often. I think this is actually like nice for black. Like if takes, I take with check and then take back. If queen takes, and I mean takes, bishop a3. So there's a square on the board which might decide the game. Is the c3 square. If I can get a knight there, I'm threatening knight to e4, forking the queen and forking the fork. Queen e3 doesn't help. Queen f3 runs into bishop e7. Like if bishop d3, I play knight d5. I might even have mating ideas like bishop a3 and then eventually knight c3. I'm not sure what to expect from white. King b2. Looks pretty self-destructive. In this, I have the same thing. I think I'm winning a full rook too, and keeping initiative. Okay. Nice game. Didn't really use much time that game. I think the majority of the game was opening prep as well. At least through, I guess, the first 13 moves. I've not really looked at Twitter much. I'm not sure if I have the desire to. I did post a tweet, or whatever you call it these days. Post a post. Promoting World Rapid Blitz. Eric, are you working towards GM norms? Not really, no. But I am like I'm still trying to get better at chess and keep learning, but I'm not really actively trying to play a lot of classical chess and get the title. I'm still pretty far away. I have no norms. Rating is 100, over 100 points away from 2,500. What would you say is the biggest difference between 2,700 and 2,400? It might depend on the players. The 2,700s have far few weaknesses. Like, I'm around 2,400, and there's still a lot of areas in my game that need improvement. And there's definitely some holes in my opening repertoire, time management, some positional understanding, my ability to not blunder. Like, 2,700s are just so good at playing like clean chess and not blundering. I can do that once in a while. But part of it is consistency too, and putting yourself in the best like mental form to play chess. Will you move from Twitter to Blue Sky or Mastodon? I think I tried Mastodon once. I know Lichess uses it, but I couldn't figure out how to like set up an account. And Blue Sky, I'm pretty sure I reserved my username. Probably not the best thing to talk about if I'm not entirely sure. I'm not like too active on social media outside Twitch and YouTube. I did recently change my Instagram handle. My handle for many years was Eric Rosen Photography. I changed it to I am Eric Rosen. Just something a bit more generic. Hi Eric, do you teach individually? These days, yeah, I very rarely give private lessons. I used to give private coaching, I think pretty much between 2011 through maybe 2018 to 2019. But gradually, doing the online content became more of a focus. It's been a bit more scalable too, or way more scalable. But on rare occasions, I will give like one-off lessons. Like there's times where I'll donate a few lessons for charity, or like close friends will reach out and I'll give a gift to someone. Is that pawn umbrella on B2 still called a pawn umbrella? I've heard probably a few terms for this situation. I'm not sure if I've heard pawn umbrella, but I like that. It shelters the white king from the potential rain on the b file. I think most commonly I've heard pawn shield, but also double agent. This could easily be a white pawn, like shielding the file. Yeah, the pawn does serve white some benefit in protecting the king from b file checks. But unlike a white pawn, it doesn't control c3, so that's kind of what determined the game. Where did white go wrong? I think white went wrong taking the knight. It looks natural to trade knights, but the resulting position I think is just better for black. Even though there's a lot of chaos, it seems like black's underdeveloped, but my king's safe, the bishop is well placed on its starting square. If queen takes c3, I'd trade probably and check and then eventually win back the pawn. So we can check the engine. Oh, it says white. Initially it said white was okay, but you give it time to think. It prefers black. But yeah, the best move is knight a4. I would play knight d5. And I think f. Is f5 a move? No. Oh, h3? And then f5, yeah. Some very deep theory. The point is that I can't actually win the pawn here because takes and then this pawn would be overworked. Can we see your room? You can see my wall behind me. Maybe not the most exciting background. I was thinking about painting the wall green and just have a built-in green screen. Room is a little bit messy because I've unpacked like all my electronic stuff, and it's all kind of scattered. There's a table next to me with just a mishmash of stuff. What do you think your biggest strength and weakness is chess-wise? It's a good question. It's actually a good question for everyone to ask themselves, to be more self-aware. I would say my biggest strength is opening preparation and my ability to play a lot of different openings, have a flexible repertoire, know openings deeply. It's shown in a few games thus far that I've played today, like this game especially. My biggest weakness is probably, and there's a few. I'd say consistency with avoiding blunders. Like, there's times where I just get unfocused and throw a game away. But then I have other things I need to work on. Like calculation, I think, is actually a big area I need to work more on. And then also time management. There's times where my time management is very good because I know the opening well. But when I don't, then I can drain a lot of time. My biggest strength is a Stafford Gambit, yeah. Don't mess. I guess another strength is my ability to adapt against different opponents. I'm capable of playing like crazy aggressive chess, but I'm also capable of playing solid chess. I'm not peaking. I'm not too far away from my peak. I'm about 50 or 60 points away from my peak. A few games ago, I was rated 2790 something. But maybe I can climb back. How does one even work on calculation? Usually by solving exercises. And for me, it's not really like solving, like doing Puzzle Rush or Tactics Trainer, but it's usually working through like more difficult chess books. Like there's a decent amount of chess books out there with like good collections of difficult calculation exercises and studies. Like actually yesterday, I went to this chess training at Webster University, and the training started with everyone was given a worksheet of 4 exercises, and we had 40 minutes to solve the 4 exercises. They were very difficult. After 40 minutes, I wasn't sure of any of my solutions. I wrote down all my attempted solutions. Ended up getting 2 out of 4 correct. But usually it's good to like train exercises that stretch your abilities. Especially like exercises that take you maybe 10 to 20 minutes to solve. It's kind of like lifting weights. You have to lift heavy weights to get stronger. Do you play the English Korchnoi line? I don't know what that is. I know what the English is. There's a lot of openings where I'll maybe recognize the moves, but not know what it's called name-wise. Yeah, very often when I train calculation, then it's also training visualization. Because when I try to solve positions, then I'm not moving the pieces. I'm thinking ahead. In Singapore, I was doing blindfold blitz, which definitely trained my visualization. All right, let's move on. Let's have something new. A little bit tired of the London. Playing e4. Play a Scotch, how about? A 4-night Scotch. Ooh, this one. Okay. Haven't looked at this recently. And this are the main moves. Yeah, this is actually the main trap. Looks natural for black to take, but there are some issues with this. Bishop f4. I don't think I'm scared of this check. Good take. Yeah, it still takes work. I think white's only slightly better objectively. Calculating takes. I think that's fine. Take. I give the white the option of taking. Expecting this. Let's move back. And the pawns are weak. I'm down a pawn. The knight d5 is on tap. And the queen's tied down to all the things. So queen d6, what's my knockout blow? This move. I think that was just a blunder from black. This move now. Still takes work. Oh, there's a funny line. Knight f5. Knife f5. Like, the bishop can't take either thing because it's pinned. This bishop's pinned by the rook. And all these things are attacked. Okay. A nice finish. It's another game that was basically decided by the opening. The opponent walked into a tricky line. Yeah, this queen d3 move is pretty rare. Because most people... Like, if white knows the main line, most people play f3. f3, d5, bishop e5. Some people take... And there's another line, like bishop d3 is maybe interesting as well. I should review this though, because yeah, black knows what they're doing and they play knight b4. It's objectively fine for black. Queen e2. I don't know if I would play this. Ah, wow. I've probably studied this before. Like some engine line. Win the knight. Thank you to Dorkota. Oh, first time chat. Dorkota subbed earlier too. Thanks for the bits. Yeah, the Scotch is a nice opening. It's one of the chess mood openings. But the advanced chess mood course recommends, or at least a cover takes an e5. Which someday I do want to learn. But this is, I think, a bit easier to play in Blitz. So I'm 3 out of 5. First time having a plus score this tournament. That's going to take at least one more win to play up. Just gonna check if everything was smooth. Yeah, I allowed this line. Like, intuitively, it seemed fine. I think I was gonna take on c7. Oh yeah, this is good. Bishop e5. Oh, rook d5 is interesting. Okay. Any very evil openings today? And this was a kind of evil opening. It led to this very evil position. I missed my chance to say mwahaha. Give my evil laugh. So, yeah, still a bunch of games going this round. Do you remember the 4 compositions from the 40-minute test? I should have kept the worksheet. Probably good to ask permission before sharing it because it might be considered secret training material. But one of the positions was from this recent game of Arjun Erigaisi. I think it was round 2 from the Qatar Masters. It was a position that I had like seen maybe a couple weeks ago. I still had to like calculate and figure out what to do. Another position was from a tall game where like tall couldn't find the best move, and we had to find the improvement. When's the next time you're doing a collab stream? I'm not sure. It's hard to schedule things with the World Rapid and Blitz coming up. It's been such a busy like last few weeks. I have to find time to like post YouTube content as well. Speedrun content. I have to be careful not to burn out. Do you remember all the games you study? Probably not. Definitely not. But there's certain games like if there's some like really cool moment, then it's more memorable. And sometimes it's a matter about understanding the flow or appreciating the beauty of a game or position for it to stick in memory. Just like in real life too. If you have a really interesting day or a really interesting experience or conversation, then you'll remember it, I think, more than just mundane things. So when you study chess, you should kind of have that hunger to not only improve, but like appreciate everything that goes into high level play. Do people randomly stop you in the street / transport / coffee shop to play chess? Well, in Singapore, it was like nonstop getting stopped because I was there in like the fan area. Every day there'd be usually like one person would come up to me, ask for a photo, and then like a line would form. The first few days I spent a good chunk of my time just chatting with people, signing things. It was super fun. I don't usually travel with a chessboard, so if I get stopped in public, then I'm not always ready to play games with people. I'm playing Ralph Tan again. We played in the earlier title Tuesday. One of the tournament directors here in St. Louis. All right, let's go. I don't know his repertoire. I think earlier I was white against him. C3. So main idea is to prevent d4 by doing things. I think this is a move. If h3 I just take. I feel like I had this position maybe yesterday? This position recently. Can't quite remember where. I think it was off stream though. At first it looks like I'm blundering something with the thing. But if e5 I just take, rook's always defended. I want to play b4 and undermine white's queenside structure. Could play queen b6. b4 does concede knight c4, but now... maybe now it's okay. Knight d7 looks logical. Okay, so bishop e3 is coming. I'm just gonna leave all the tension. I don't want the position to open up too much with white having the bishop pair. I am allowing white to grab space, like d5, c4. Bishop e3 I think I can get away with taking. g5 is speaking to me. It's very committal, it's weakening, but it makes a threat. We might see bishop c1. Bishop h2 also may be playable. I take and play knight d7. I have 3 attackers. I think I'm forcing d5. Diagonal opens up. Probably play knight ce5. Does allow this though. So maybe knight a5. e5 might be coming. Sweet trade.
33.
I think I have to take. We trade everything. I play queen f6. Looks okay. Almost mouse up queen e6 there. Could have been tragic. So this queen move. e7's weak. So if I play knight b3... don't like my position. I'm not liking what I'm doing. Queen d3. The pawns are dropping. I'm just losing now. Ah, I flagged. Good game. Kanagawa played e5. This is a momentum shift e5. Even though engine... Okay, for a brief moment, engine said black's better, but... Yeah, higher depth. Knight d4 I didn't even consider. Like, I saw this move, and then I saw this prospect of knight d4 to f5. Oh, but I missed knight d3. Do I have this move? I do. Oh, it's top move. Yeah, I think my problem started around here. I rejected this for bad reasons. I didn't even consider this. It's still okay. But then taking wasn't good. I missed e6. Okay. Thank you, free to try. Happy 33. When is your King's Indian Defense course coming out? I don't specialize in the King's Indian Defense. It's an opening that maybe someday I'd like to learn. I'm pretty sure Kochiev is working on a course around the kid. Long hair for the winter. Should I grow my hair long? Eventually form a mullet. My last haircut was actually when I got my beard trimmed, like late November. Oh, you meant to ask Danya, okay. Some people multitasking with the chats. Yeah, Danya's also playing World Rapid and Blitz. Let's check Danya's seed. I know this is cut off a little bit. Doesn't Naroditsky have like a really high Blitz rating? Yeah, Danya's the 17 seed. He's a dark horse to win the event. That would be crazy. Can my world champions be Gukesh and Danya? What about Rapid? I feel like with Rapid, there's less volatility. But maybe there's more, because there's only 13 rounds of Rapid. But they also changed the format, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's gonna be weird, because like usually when World Rapid and Blitz happens, I enjoy watching the games and seeing like all the cool matchups and opening ideas. But now I'll have to focus on playing the games. Speaking of playing games, next game is beginning. I mean, e4 worked well that previous game. This time we have a Sicilian. Tricky move order. Yeah, this is an opening I'm not really booked up in, but I think it looks nice visually. I mean, black is a bit underdeveloped. I have my two knights developed. Very soon, gonna castle. Queen e2. Just bishop g2. Castling. It's interesting. So the main idea is if knight takes d4, I play queen e1 check. And I'm probably going to win back the pawn. I mean, there is 96. But then I play 95, hitting the bishop and unleashing my bishop against d5. So now d5's hanging. I could take. And this looks really good. About to generate more threats. Knight c4. Take. G4 almost works. I think f4 is actually nice. His idea is to play g4 and f5. Use the e-file. We might see 97 though. I still go for this. This might be reckless, but it might be genius. Really trying to make use of this X-ray vision. There's some idea of bishop h6, maybe? Knight f6? This is hit. This is... I mean, there's a lot of targets in black's position. d5 is supported. I could take here too. So what does black want to do? Queen c7, I guess. And queen c7, queen e2. Also rook e1. I think rook e1 is actually simpler. So my pawn pushing paid off, I think. Castling, I take. F6 is maybe coming. And I have e7. I have to play e7. Hmm. Okay. I think that was pretty clean. It stemmed from an opening that I didn't have too much specific prep, but I had a good feel for. Black kind of stumbled into just a very difficult position. And that was round 7, so one more game and then we have the after round 8 break. Oh, thanks for the message, Sir Rufus 89. Watch the beginner to master speedrun. Yeah, AutoMod actually held that message because it doesn't like the word beginner. To adjust my AutoMod settings. Just want to check this. Okay, so F4, not the best move. Still good for white. And then G4 is the best move. Yeah, this is just so fun to play. Question about the beach cafe opening. Yeah, that was a brief phase. I went through a phase of realizing you could spell things with opening names. If you play the B pawn, then E pawn, and spell out beach, and then cafe, and then cabbage or headache. But probably not the best way to compete in Title Tuesday. And definitely not in the World Rapid Blitz Championship. Opponent wanted to chat. I think I missed it. Oh, the horses were arranged in a horsey shape. I didn't realize. Nice observation. It's got to be pretty rare, right? I'm trying to think of like the real life comparison. Like what is shaped in the same way that it moves. Don't even know if there's like a comparison to be made. Okay. Next game. Here we go. Never played this opponent before. Oh, that's a mouse up. Okay, I'm accidental Albin Countergambit. Oh dear. I have no prep here. E3 and E3. I'm on my own. Bishop F5. I'm not feeling comfortable. I have to take and then trade. Am I winning back the pawn or no? Of this move? And this is a threat. So I prevent bishop f4. But we might see this and this. That's a good move. I'll have to play rook c8, knight d5. Could also maybe castle by hand. There's also cases where I just sack the pawn. There's also this crazy move. No. I wanted to play something solid. But maybe I can still get a solid position if I win back the pawn. There's rook e1 issues. Just this. I'm trying to exercise patience. Also, taking immediately would hang this. I think it's becoming okay. Unless there's knight a7, but then I take in b6. Yeah, I can't complain with this position. Bishop c5. Play this first. Oh, I forgot about f4. I think I have to play bishop f8. It's not pretty. If I get a pawn to c6, there's still some maneuvering to be done. This bishop's really sad. Mm. I can work with this, I think. I won on time. Final position should have been a draw. I didn't even realize my opponent was that low on time. Oh man, what a messy finish. I think I was winning, and this ending must be winning somehow. But to win this pawn, I have to lose this pawn. It's tricky. Is this a draw? Because yeah, g5 just seemed to equalize. I'm not sure what the the win is. Rook c7, rook f3. Oh, g5 here. Takes. The rook has to be far enough away, but then this. Yeah, this isn't so intuitive. I guess I do get this setup. Okay. So I'm 5 out of 7. It was a slow start. Should not have won that last game. Probably should have been a draw. I'll take it. And yeah, that was round 8. 3 more games to go. I'm 5 out of 8, not 5 out of 7. So maybe there's still chances to play a higher rated opponent. Yeah, this is probably my first and hopefully only time playing the Albin Countergambit in Title Tuesday. There was a period though where there were some strong GMs playing this, and they were trying a relatively new idea in 97, I think. I mean, D4 is like the old Gambit line. There is a famous trap for anyone that hasn't seen this Gambit before. If white plays E3 too soon, then there's bishop B4, bishop D2, pawn takes pawn. We lose a bishop, we take on F2. And then if king takes, we win the queen. If king E2, we have to make sure auto queen isn't turned on. Even though it's analysis, it should be turned off, but how did I do it? There we go. We under promote to knight. It's probably one of the only opening traps where you can under promote to a knight on move 7. It's important to keep the check. If takes, there's bishop g4. If king here, then queen h4 is good enough to win. You intend to become world champion anytime soon. I assume that's what WC stands for. I mean, I have a remote possibility. But if I feel like if I win the World Rapid or World Blitz Championship, then I'll just get accused. Kramnik will have his tweet storm. But if I have like 13 really good games in a row, I'll just have to have my opponents walk into all my like tricky opening prep. Yeah, I have a better chance of becoming world champion in duck chess. I think I've only competed in one world championship. It was a world under 18 championship. So called the World Youth. It was in 2011 in Brazil. It was actually a pretty good tournament for me. It was my first IM norm. I finished 9th overall. I was on board 1 in the penultimate round. Which time control is your best? Probably 3 minutes? In terms of like rating, yeah, probably 3 minutes. Maybe bullet though, like compared to other players. Do you think you'll play a Stafford Gambit in World Rapid Blitz? I feel like this is one of the most common questions I'm getting asked. Only if the situation is right. I'm not going to go out of my way to play it, but I don't think it's ever been played before in the World Rapid Blitz. I could be wrong, And probably not in the Rapid, but maybe in the Blitz. Oh yeah, I did play in the Chess Tennis World Championship. There were like 30 people who played in it, but it was called a World Championship. Hey Eric, can you tell me any tips to get better at queen sack line in England Gambit? If you know the line, I assume you're referring to not that, but this. How does it go? This. I'm already forgetting. I think it's knight c3, right? Or no, it's... Yeah, it is knight c3. Is it? No, white has to play bishop d2 because we're attacking the bishop. And then knight c3. I guess you could study the games of Amon Hamilton. Will Jonathan do commentary? I've been in touch with Jonathan, at least briefly, but it sounded like he's busy during the holidays. So I might try and find someone else to do it. I guess I have to make sure that all the games are on TGT. How many games a day are World Rapid Blitz? The official website is in the command. So if you click into the website, let's see how easy it is to find. This is a website. If you want to get tickets, it's this button. These are in-person tickets if you're in New York City. And if you click into schedule, you can see the schedule here. This is Eastern time. December 26th. Yeah, so the rounds are spaced hour and 20 minutes apart. Okay. I'll play d4. Back to London. That's a fun line, queen f3. Usually induces knight c6, pawn c6, or pawn d5. e4 is probably called for. Just creates more possibilities with pawn advances to attack one of the knights. If bishop e4, probably knight e2 makes sense. d5, e5. d6. Why not? Push a g-pawn. Allowing e5. Ooh. That too. I think I have to take. So that's all a fair trade. Black did get the bishop pair. Bishop h3. Kind of like knight e2 first. Waiting for queen d7 and then bishop h3. And the knight wants to come to f5. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. If I take... Oh, I forgot about bishop f6. Yeah, I'm sacking 2 pawns. Arguably blundering 2 pawns. The idea is to get the knight to f5. There's also a funny line where my pawn comes to g7. Like, I might be threatening takes g7. King d7, sack a queen. Does that work? It's insane if it works. I'll also have bishop h3 there. That might work though. I sack a rook. I'm going for it. Wait, can I take first? Wow. Let's play g7 first. It just seems so rich with possibilities. It might just be bad for me though. I sacked a rook. I don't have anything here. Do I just slow play? I'm just gonna slow play. Pretend that I'm not down a rook. Now I can take. I can't take. Not happy. Oh, what a crazy game. I hung my queen at some point. I played queen a4. Rook's move sideways. Oh man. That was a very deep rook sacrifice. I sacrificed most of my time. It's just so hard playing on the increment. Just had to keep the game going. And somehow my queen found a way in. The bishop got unleashed. I was like barely getting moves in. I had 0.1 second at some point. So I'm 6 out of 9. I'll probably play up next game. Yeah, this is tough. Bishop a5 only move. Give the king some escape. I don't know if I want to look at the eval for this game. I checked the accuracy. Oh, play up means just play a higher rated player. Most of my opponents have been lower rated. I have to perform well to play higher rated players. Yeah, look at this graph. Okay. So 2 more games. 1 game left this round. White's trying to win, but it's pretty much a fortress. Or is it? I have to be careful. Bishop d1. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, that was one of the top games. Here we go. This is what Fabiano played against Ding in the Olympiad. Tricky line. Yeah, the game ended in a draw. Thankfully, we're not going into the drawing line. Like f3, d6. Some Hikaru game in this. a5. Hikaru had a nice win against someone. Play a3. a3 may have been playable there. No, I can't. And pressure is building up. Some f5 ideas. Queen b4. The problem is knight d5. I wasn't entirely sure what to do. A very tense position. I'm attacking c4. Knight d5, we trade. White's defending everything. There's still f5. Knight c7 is an issue. Hmm. Um, Losing a pawn takes. Probably okay. Go for f5. Losing a pawn though. So I do have b6. Stabilize. It's probably not good for white to take it actually, because the bishop is valuable. Under g4. Opponent missed it. Everything falls for white. Okay. That ended kind of abruptly. White should have fought on though. Like takes. I'm up 2 exchanges, but this... Oh, this is probably over because both bishops are hanging. Maybe white could have played on one more move. So I'm 7 out of 10. If I win my next game, I'll have tied my best ever score for Title Tuesday. But I'm almost certainly playing up. Was there a knight cube? There was. We've had some funny shaped knight formations this tournament. We had the L-shaped knights, now the knight cube. When I'm in the heat of like a serious chess game, I don't realize these things. If I was playing like a viewer, then maybe I would notice this sort of thing. But during a game, I'm just trying to process like what's happening. Yeah, there was this moment, like when I played this, I instantly regretted it because g4 traps my bishop. I don't think I have a way of saving it. I was under pressure. Definitely worth checking the opening. Did I miss a chance to play a3? I did. Yeah, I considered a3. I thought I could be patient. It was very strong here because, yeah, white's position is unstable. So much pressure. And if takes, then I win material with takes. And eventually the knight will hang. Okay. Have to mentally prepare for the next game. Here we go. Playing a GM. Play a Scotch. Queen f6. Thank you, Blood Queen. I think it's bishop e2 here. Haven't looked at this in a while. I vaguely remember sacking the e-pawn as some idea. Bishop d6, wow. Strange. Maybe playable. And this is a major idea now. So calculation is takes, never mind. Bishop d3. Simple threats. Am I missing something? Yeah, it takes. It doesn't work. Oh dear. That's really bad. Such a amateur blunder. Ay, ay, ay. It's not over though. Like, or is it? F3? How's Black escaping? This takes. G3. Doesn't work. I have to try this. Doesn't work, but what else to do? If takes, can I take? I didn't even see that was hanging, man. Knight b2? What's happening? I'm down 2 pawns, okay. A lot of time. Ah, I was alive. I was kind of alive. It's still really bad for whites, but still, there's not enough time. That was just not my best game. I think it was fine here. H3 was so careless. I was trying to make this idea work to win material, but it just doesn't work. If I play it here, then there's takes. And this line I saw, what I didn't see is after h3, bishop h3, just simple thing. Yeah, there's something with the move order here. Castling is fine. There's actually a lot of ways to play this. Bishop d6 was strange.
Love you, brother. Happy 53.
Thank you, Cole. Happy 53. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm not going to end things though, because I want to look at my Lee Chess recap. I think we'll end the stream by checking out the Lee Chess recap. But before that, let's just see what standings are. Danya on top. Danya wins title Tuesday. No one can catch him. All the games remaining are 8 out of 10. Although tiebreaks aren't determined yet. So it's not completely over. Like if Danya or Sevian played one of these people, it could change. But he's in the lead currently. Are you playing in World Rapid and Blitz? Yes, I am. We have the command. Is there anyone watching that's going to be in New York City? Maybe visiting the tournament in person? It'll be in Wall Street. I heard the venue is nice. I also heard it's kind of small. Like the open section and women's section are being played in like 2 separate locations. Okay, couple more games. One more game. Ooh. John Curtis. Let's go, John Curtis. Fellow streamer. Be careful. Be funny if Black wins on time. Ooh, it's a risky move, but that's fine. Don't get forked. Don't play this. Always gotta watch out for the knight forks. Okay, tournament is over. Congrats to Danya, winning by 1 tiebreak point over Sevian. It was tied, Sevian and Blue Bomb also with 9.5. Okay, fun tournament overall. So let's switch gears. Let me pull up Lichess. So for those that maybe didn't get the notification, if you log into Lichess, it should like message you that your recap is ready. Similar to Spotify or whatever other service sends annual recaps. So this is mine. It says, "Hi, I am Eric Rosen, my ambulance flare. What a chess year you had. I played 1,882 games. 5 days, 14 hours spent playing. It's actually a lot of time. 85,000 plus moves played. It's a lot of kilograms of wood. Here's my stats of time control. Where did you find your games? I played a lot of arena tournaments. Also, I can go back and just see my stats. So I played more bullets, which is kind of expected because bullet games take a bit shorter to finish. 45 classical games, nearly 800 blitz games. Only 2 ultra bullet games this year? I don't believe that. I thought I played more, but maybe not. Maybe I'm due for an ultra bullet binge. I didn't do too many challenges. Really? I wonder if it doesn't count rated, like, or not rated, casual games. Played 1 game against a computer. My best chess foes. Yeah, these are probably like bullet matches. Oh, now we go into openings. I played a lot of London. 1d4. But only 50% of my games. So I probably kept some balance with e4. My most played opening isn't so descriptive. For some reason, the London, it doesn't have the... Like when you play bishop f4, it just kind of classifies it as Indian defense. They should probably update the opening book names. 151 games in this. Oh, let's go. Most played black opening is the Stafford Gambit. That's funny. 77 games. What's my score with the Stafford this year? As long as it stays positive, I'll keep playing the Stafford. 3 puzzles solved. I feel slightly underachieving in this regard. Oh, hey. 0 ads and trackers loaded. Yeah, big love to Lichess. We didn't sell your personal data. We didn't use your device against you. Okay. Thank you, Lichess. This is one reason to become a Lichess patron. Wow, 1.8 billion games played on Lichess. This is the percent that are mine. Yeah, it might be hard to like make this number bigger. Okay, that's my recap. Here's a summary. I think this is the thing I'm proudest of. Most played black opening. But 5 days and 14 hours. That's a lot of time playing. And that's just on Lichess. This doesn't include chess.com. So I'm wondering if chess.com will send out a recap. They have in previous years. If I include the time spent playing on chess.com, imagine it probably gets close to 10 days. Yeah, this is the area I need to work more on, my puzzle solving. You use another site for puzzles. Honestly, I just don't do puzzles too often. I prefer studying openings. If I'm gonna seriously do puzzles, it's usually from a chess book. like Agard, or there's a book Imagination in Chess. Like, anyway, okay, that was fun. I'm wrapping things up. Thanks everyone for watching.